Hey and welcome to my YouTube channel. I'm Romica Spiegl-Jones. I'm an illustrator and designer based in Manchester. And today I want to talk about the Maths children's book course. So, something I forgot to mention before the course starts, they offer a little Maths prep, so make art that sells preparation. This is free for anyone, so if you're not ready to take the course, you can still do this. And they usually announce it on their blog. So this is what I've done. I'm not going to talk too much about it, but you just had to develop certain things like a character. These are my notes. And it's great because I actually would like to use this story that I created for maybe my bachelor thesis. So this is my character, she's called Birdie. Yes. And well, I'll talk about this another time. It's a bit dramatic. So this was a view out of our window. This is my home. We have little bird houses, and then we had to basically exaggerate this view. So, but I don't know if you can see this little gnome here. It's a bit cut off. Here. So on the next day we had to exaggerate it. Oh, this is sumo. Yeah, I watch sumo. Anyways, so this is painted in gouache, and this gnome, basically I just assume that he's really tall. And he just left these footprints. And I only used 4 colors with this. So the colors are all very harmonious and I like that. Here's just some random faces. I've done it just for fun. And also some more scribbles for fun. And okay, this was my first assignment to develop a character. And I've kind of skipped ahead a little bit and just scribbled what I'd like her to look like. And so this is Junko when she was a child, when she was 10 years old, and that's when she decided to become a mountaineer. So these are my research things. You can see I'm a little bit of a social scientist as well. I like to do my research, I write a lot. Yes, so the first mini was to draw accessories, and that's what I did. But this is more for her expedition, yes. Different items she would need, and my notes. Some more for her school days. So I did quite a lot of research into the time when she went to school. I don't know if everything is 100% accurate, but I hoped it would be. And I also asked my mother-in-law, because she's Japanese too, but she's a bit younger than Junko, about 15 years. So, and some more. And I had this idea of drawing like a mountain hat. And I kept this idea because I just thought it's funny. Yes, it's hilarious. Yeah, and some more. So her shirt, I don't know. So different items. And this is one of the first daily prompts, was eyeglasses. And I just felt like I really want to use my colored pencils. And you can use any medium you like. You can switch, you can do whatever you want. And that's what I did. And this is gouache and pencils. This was the second day, this was hats. And then this is almost the end of my sketchbook, so I used a new one. This, by the way, is by Archer and Olive, and they are really great company. So if you need a really nice sketchbook with loads of pages that can take gouache, not watercolor, but just pure gouache and just pencils and everything, this is great. And yeah, here I already decided I want a really scribbly kind of style. I love Isabelle Arsenault. Hope I pronounced your name right. Her style is just incredible. I got a book for Christmas, one of her graphic novels, and it's just beautiful. I'll link it down below because you need to have a look at this. But yeah, as you can tell, I tried to kind of stay scribbly, and this is just a sketch. And I wanted her to be determined. I wanted her to be a little bit of like a tomboy kind of type. And yeah, I just fell in love with this character. This was her when she was older, when she climbed. But I don't know, I just felt like, nah, I kind of connected more to the younger one. And I should probably develop more of her when she's older, but at the moment I didn't. So that's what I did so far for her being old. And another daily prompt for hair, as you can see again. This is colored pencils. We just started to love colored pencils again. So this is Junko when she was young. She's looking dreamingly at her snow globe with Mount Everest in it. And this is her dandoseru, a backpack for Japanese elementary school kids, and her bento box, and some koi looking at her next to a pond. She's just sitting next to a pond. So I've tried to feel kind of, okay, what kind of area would she be in? And I really wanted to show that she has a dream, and she's constantly working towards this dream when she was really young already. So, and here's another 2 sketches and about the characteristics she would like to have. And here you can see her trying to get more patient and trying to save up money for her expedition. So let's go closer. Hope you can see that. So this is her here and here. Yo. And then the next day, I hope this is interesting for you, but this is basically all I've done so far. And this is another daily prompt shoes, and here I just used my ink pen. Well, it's like a calligraphy brush. Actually, I bought it in Japan, and yeah, here I just, maybe I wasn't as inspired at the time, but I just tried to draw without any reference. You can, I think, really tell that I didn't have any reference. Some things just look like, what is that, please? So I don't know. It's a very not so well drawn flip-flop. Well, anyways, it's okay. And yeah, and these were shirts. But I still kind of like this, actually. It's just a bit different. And this is also just drawn from my memory. And here I tried to narrow down my colors. I tried different pencils. And in the end I just settled for my Pelikan pencils, a German brand, I think. And I bought these a few years ago, and now I'm finally using them again. And I really enjoy them because they're quite soft and nice, and the pigment just comes off really well. And this is my final submission of Junko. And yeah, so I drew her completely in colored pencils. There's no pencil, which I found quite challenging to only draw in colored pencils. But yeah, now I want to share something with you that kind of didn't go so well for me. So I did scan this in. My screen is on really high brightness, and maybe it's also on very high contrast. I don't know, but definitely very high brightness. So when I worked on the images, it looked to me like the background is completely white and it's all fine. And I put them together, did some correcting, but I know some editing, took out a little bit of like some little smudges, and then I submitted it. Was happy, was fine. And then I realized that on the phone, on my phone screen, when I look at the image, it looks completely different. And there were a lot of marks on it, and you could see the places where I corrected with white, and there were a lot of I don't know, shadows from the cut out images. It just looked very bad, and it was very embarrassing, and people told me anyway, so I can't change it, you can only submit once. But I learned from this, I learned that I need to double check on different devices, because sometimes, yeah, screens are different, and this was a major problem. If this happens with a client, that would be very bad. So I'm glad it happened now, and I'm glad I learned this lesson now, so yeah. It's good to learn. But I was a bit disappointed because I thought each time they review a few only, and I would really love to be part of this review. If not, if it doesn't happen, then it's fine. But now I'm worried that it will be like a bad example. Well, if people can learn from it, please go ahead. Naja, anyway, so that's my experience so far. Ah yeah, and then one last one. This was the last prompt, and it was skirts and pants, and I looked at the H&M collection because I felt last time I didn't make so much effort with references, and this time I tried to use references, but I changed the colors. And I recently took a workshop on colors as well on lynda.com, because that's available to my university for free at the moment. Well, they bought a license. Anyways, I'm sure if you are still in uni, check out if your uni offers this kind of stuff. It's really helpful. I feel it really helped me to experiment and be more brave with colors, so I really enjoy now putting all kinds of freaky colors, because I understand color a little bit more. I understand complementaries and how they really help the color to pop. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed. Let's go a bit closer just so you can see. Yes, I'm really happy with this. And yeah, it is true that looking at references makes a big difference, actually. So, yo! Okay, that was it. I hope it was helpful to you, inspiring, and if you liked it, give it a thumbs up. Woo! And please subscribe for, not missing a video about the next few weeks of this children's book course. And if you have any questions, please write in the comments. Or if you would like to have more in-depth knowledge about the course, I will link it down below so you can check it out.